Just whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay, so here's what happened to me. 24 years ago, I came down here and I was looking for this lost treasure, and I felt I was in the right spot, and I just got this. It was a solid beep. I wasn't using headphones. I got a solid beep, and the second I got the beep, I felt this breath in my ear, and I could feel it was like if somebody blew on your ear like that, and it was like somebody whispered right in my ear, and I could feel the breath, and it said, "What are you doing here? What are you doing?" Like it said, "What are you doing here?" And I jumped, and I turned around because I thought maybe there was somebody behind me. I was gonna punch them, and there was nobody around, and it just, my body was frozen cold for about 10 minutes, and it took me about 10 minutes to recover. And then when I did recover, I got my stuff together and I got my detector, and I went to go for another round again, and I got another good beep, and this big tree that dead just decided it was time to fall right, not beside me, probably about 50 feet away. And that was enough for me, and I said, okay, I'm out of here. And it just, I come down here and the hair on my neck stands up. It's just, there's something going on down here that really, really freaks me out, man. Okay.
So it was about 5 years ago. My son Logan and I were digging not far from this spot. I had this story passed on to me from a permission that this lady, her old neighbor was the descendant of the Legends gold we're looking for. And he told her that there was gold buried down here near this old tree that was a type of nut tree. Now, I wasn't so much here looking for the gold. I mean, there's a lot of legends and fables out there. I was looking for cannonballs, basically. A lot of War of 1812 activity around here. I was here with Logan, and I had plug-in headphones at the time, and I keep hearing, you know, these weird, like, almost mumble whispers. And I keep popping my headphones off because this is a known drug area where, you know, sometimes crackheads hide from the cops to, you know, do what they do. And I keep popping my headphones off, never saw anything. So I'm detecting, and at one point, I get this feeling that I'm being watched, and I get these chills down the back of my neck. And it's the type of thing where you feel cold and you feel like, okay, someone's blowing on the back of my neck or something. And even to this day, telling the story still gets me uneasy. So 5 seconds after that, my son Logan calls me, Dad! I go, what? I take off my headphones. I got chills. I'm scared. Me trying to be the brave father, I go, it's okay. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, what's going on? I put my headphones back on, and within about 2 minutes, I hear this voice I can still replay in my head perfectly to this day that says, get out! The hair on the back of my neck still stands up thinking about it. I ripped off my headphones and I jumped up with my shovel. I didn't know how to explain it, and I was terrified. So I yelled at my son Logan, I go, get over here. He's about 10 to 12 feet away. And he's not far from this old big tree. He starts walking over it, and for some reason I'm paralyzed and I'm staring at the big tree. It's haunting looking. And so he stops and he looks over at the tree too. And 4 to 5 branches, just without explanation, just break completely down. At that point, I grab my stuff, I grab my son Logan, and I'm dragging him back to where we came from. And I'm terrified, and I haven't been back here ever since. Dan and I are heading back into the wilderness where we're on the search for the lost gold. It's really overgrown. I can already feel the uneasiness. I'm glad that the daylight's picking up, because when Dan and I got here, it was still dark, and I don't want to be here in the dark if I can avoid it. This is an area where it's going to be of interest, and we're heading back into the woods a little more to see where we can get any hits at all, if possible. We got a signal deep down here.
Listen. That's not a rock.
That's over 2 feet.
It's some
That's
kind
probably
of metal.
over 2 feet.
Yeah.
Some sort of metal. I just turned on the detector and it was right there, and it's a decent signal. Let's dig it out a bit more, see what we can get. Had a good feeling we were onto the pot of gold. There's still some in there, but it's not. It looks like sheet metal, but it's hard to say. It could be older, but you can see an edge here and there, and then this is a piece that we pulled out. But that's incredible. That's 2 feet.
Yeah,
that's 2 feet at least.
Really deep.
Wow.
Oh well.
That's crazy. So that there is the first real signal of the day. Bulldog air rifle pellets just right there. Sounds like it's got a couple in it. Let's open it if we can. See if it's anything good. Maybe it's a gold coin. No, it's not. And no, you know what it was? It was that little piece of broken tin. Look at this huge old tree we just found. Way back in the bush. That was one of the things that both of us heard, that it was around an old tree.
Oh gosh, look at that.
That's insanely old, eh?
Holy.
The stuff we just went through to get into here is insane.
It's almost like it didn't want to let us in here.
Yeah. Wow. Let's hit around it. That was on the surface right there. I don't know what it is. I don't know how old it is, but I'm going to dig this signal here. I'm going to say it's probably related to this. So there's the other part of what was hiding in the ground. No idea what it is, but it's right under this huge old tree. I'm going to say this tree's 1700s just based on the size. It's insane. I'm going to keep hitting around here a bit. We're going to investigate. Dan's way back over there in the woods. Just dug that out of a very shallow hole. It's either part of an old clothesline or part of an old tricycle wheel. It looks almost like a tricycle wheel, but it's creepy. I'm getting signals all throughout here. There's some old, what looks like fieldstone almost there, down this embankment. And I'm not far from the big tree right there. I gotta keep hitting this area for a bit. I don't know where Dan's gone. He's back in there. I told him let's stick together, but he took off. I'm keeping an earphone off because of not only what happened to us in the past, but there's a lot of coyotes in here as well. So let's check out what else we can find. So Dan was just over there. He's made his way back over here. I heard something break, a big branch over in here. I didn't hear much movement after, but I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm gonna go look. Sounded like it was over in here somewhere. And this isn't just me being hokey. That's a spooky tree. Where was it? That's me breaking branches right now, but geez, I don't know. It sounded like it was over in here somewhere. That's Dan. He just broke branches behind me there, but it sounded like it would be right over in here somewhere. I just want to see if I can see anything. It could even be, you know, crackhead, vagabond, who knows. That's weird. It wasn't that. It was smaller than a tree, but it was definitely a branch breaking, and it was a fairly big branch. I can't see anyone, or I can't see any animals either, because my first thought is always some sort of animal, but I don't see anything else.
If you had this when I was coming over here, you'd probably make $1 million.
You know, I can't believe you fell in. He fell in on the way over there, and his comment when I was going across, what was your comment?
You want me to videotape this because you're probably gonna fall in.
Oh yeah. Then he fell in and
I fell
splashed creek water in my mouth.
I said it was probably the ghost of the guy that buried the gold pushed me. I said I should have said that for good video, but it wasn't. That was just me, man, being old and can't keep my balance.
Dirtiest creek in Canada, and he splashed it into my mouth, and he's wearing it on his whole bottom.
It went right here. Right, look. There, I thought it was solid. I stepped on it, went right through.
You zigged when you should have zagged.
Broke like broke like a wafer. All right, I'm good.
Oh, you're lucky.
I'm good.
We're working our way to the north of our original location. We just found an old farmer's fence. This fence may have been the farmer that took over for the original Legends property. And look at the tree. That is a really old tree. In fact, that's a piece of another old broken tree. So we've got a couple of markers here. Is that not insane?
That is.
Dan's just seeing the tree for the first time. That looks like it could be 1700s just based on everything.
The scary thing is it looks like it's ready to
fall. Yeah.
Like I think if you sneeze, it's done.
We're gonna hit this area in here a little bit because there was a rumor that the farmer that took over for him kept finding War of 1812 cannonballs and tossing them over the fence. This is the best spot I found for that. And you know, me and Dan are gonna hit this a bit and hopefully we find at least a cannonball, if not the pot of gold. We were trying to be as careful as possible, but look at how this giant tree's held on by nothing but that little piece. It's insane. These trees are all hollow and rotted out, but they're super old. Look at the hill we're trying to dig on here. Dan's down at the bottom and I'm trying to stay at the top here to see if I can find anything. It's insane.
I almost want to let you dig this just in case it was a cannonball.
That's the surface fine, but check that out. The skull right in the bottom here. You're never alone. Hey, little buddy. The tree already got someone. So, that was the Halloween episode for now. This was brutal. The terrain here, incredible, eh, Dan? Just brutal.
Yeah, it's the worst I've ever done.
Like, look,
Worst I've ever done.
I'm gonna show you how tall, just even zigzagging out and everything. Now you can see what we're up against.
This is what we're working right here.
This won't be the last time we're here, but I'm glad to say nothing really paranormal happened to us this time, which thank God.
Yeah, I think there's strength in numbers.
Yeah, so that's it for now. We didn't find the pot of gold, unfortunately, but it's out here somewhere.
But do you feel a little better about coming back here now?
In the daytime, maybe.
In the daytime, yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't be coming here in the night.
Yeah, but for now, that's it. Till next time, happy Halloween.